What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and we're driving my Toyota Prius right now. If you're like me and you're watching this video, most likely then you use your Toyota Prius for just about everything. This is my work car. I just finished up doing some mobile auto detailing in my Toyota Prius, so I'm driving around today, but got off kind of early, finished all my jobs for the day, so I'm gonna make use of my free time. Check out this video, guys. We're gonna be upgrading the headlights on my Toyota Prius 2006. We're gonna install some new bulbs, and we're gonna sand down the original headlights, get a fresh coat of clear coat. I'll show you guys everything that I'm using, but yep, if you're like me, we use our Toyota Prius for everything: work car, work meal, whatever you want to call it. I'm always driving this car every day, all day, even at night, so we want to get some better visibility at night for a safer drive, and just to feel like, you know, an overall, like, take care of the car, invest in it a little bit. Doesn't cost any you know, anywhere near $150, $200 like you would pay for new headlights. So what we're gonna do is, this is far under $100. We're gonna use a little bit of elbow grease and see what we could do. But let's check this video out, guys. Let's get right to it. I'm gonna park my car now, so I'm gonna park the Toyota Prius and we'll get started. Thanks for checking out this video. Let's get to work. So ideally what you would want to use is like a 2K clear. That's what they use on like the outside of your vehicle's paint, the paint finish. That's really protected against like the UV rays of the sun. But one can of 2K clear is about, I think, around $25 to $35. And the 2K clear comes with a little pop on the bottom, and you buy those at like auto body shops and stuff like that. If you want to use it, that's cool. But the thing is, like, we're only going to be doing my headlights, so like I'm barely going to probably use a little bit of the can. And the 2K clear only lasts for 24 hours. You have to use the whole can, so you won't get your money's worth. What I did was I went down to O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm going to show you guys my receipt. $15.99 came out to $17.31 total with tax. So I got this can for, let's round it up to $18, and we're going to see the quality of the Duplicolor 1K clear. 1K clear should do the job, and it says that it's protected against the UV rays, gasoline and scratch resistant, so we'll see about that. But 1K should be just fine. It's going to be way better than how they look right now, which is what I'm going to show you guys. So what I'm testing is Duplicolor because it's a popular brand. 1K clear. I'm going to take a risk here, a gamble, and I'm going to show you guys my results, but I think it's going to come out great. So let's get outside so I can show you guys how my headlights are looking right now. Stay hydrated with your job too. Keep some water with you. But this is we're $18 deep right now. $18 deep. So let's get to the next step. So my hood's popped. My car's not crashed or anything, so don't think this is how I ride around. I just popped my hood because you need to pop your hood to access the bolts to the headlights. You can see my headlights are very yellow and just weather beat. That's the driver's side headlight. Usually on these older Prius, you're gonna find similar condition unless you replace the housings or you keep them up. But people usually drive these cars and they don't take care of them because they're like commuter cars. They're not luxury cars or anything fancy. So when I bought the car, the headlights were already looking like this, but I want them to look a lot better. This is my daily driver. This is my work car, and I drive it at night a lot, like I said. This is an upgrade for safety as well as an aesthetic appeal. Make your Prius look a lot nicer and feel a lot better about your car when you're driving it at night. So let's get these headlight buckets off. I'll show you guys what bulbs I bought first, after right now. So let me pop the hood and I'll show you guys what bulbs I'm gonna use for this. Went on a little Amazon Prime shopping spree, and I got these headlights right here. I'll attach all the information down in the bio on these bulbs as well. I've never ordered from this brand before, so this is going to be my first time trying out from this brand. Hopefully it's good quality. Here's the information on the bulb: H49003 HV2 P68 waterproof, pack of 2 bulbs. So cool thing about the Toyota Prius is they don't have too many bulbs in the headlight buckets. It's a pretty simple car, easy to work on, low cost maintenance for the Prius, so this will be a nice upgrade. Let's get these unboxed and I'll show you what they look like inside. Let's see what's inside the box right here. So you got your box, open your box, and me personally, I'm a fan of LED lights, so there's different lights that you can buy, different bulbs, but we're using LED lights because I think they're really reliable and they're just easier to work with, and they plug in and play with your current harness, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. These are pretty reliable. I've used LED lights in the past. These are like little fans to cool down the LED light, keep it cool and keep it up to optimal performance. So I always use LED lights. These ran me like 46 bucks on Amazon. So like I said, I'm gonna attach the information in the video. They had some good reviews on them. So we're gonna find out for ourselves right now when we install them. Hopefully everything works fine, but I don't think $46 for these is too bad. When you go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone and you try to buy the regular, like I think they're halogen bulbs, the regular bulbs that the Prius comes with, man, they charge you so much just to replace one bulb on your Toyota Prius or anything like that. So might as well just get an upgrade that will last way longer. And so I think at like 46 plus the can puts us at like $64, $68, I don't know, $64 total what we're invested right now. So $64 with the clear coat that I showed you, these LED lights, and a little bit of elbow grease. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do it. So let's get outside and start taking the headlight buckets out and get them prepped. All right, so first, this clip, these clips, take out this front shield. I need to remove this. Those are the clips. Got that off. Now next, I think we're gonna have to remove this clip, this, which is a Phillips, this clip, and this Phillips. So let's remove these front ones. Now this part is free. The front lip of the bumper is free. You can see, lift it up. Those are the parts. Now we're gonna focus on the corners here. There's gonna be one right here on the corner, on the inside of the bumper. It's gonna be a 10mm. So let's get this corner one off. Both sides. So this side, driver side and passenger side. Got those two off. Been using this little baby 10mm with an extension. Next thing we're gonna do, take out this top corner bolt right here. I believe this should be a 10. Yeah, 10. On this corner, come down to your light, lift the lip of the bumper, and there's gonna be another 10 right here. Another 10 right here. Another 10 right here. So a total of 4 bolts. Let's get those off. Let's get to it. So I got this off on both sides. You can see the headlight moves around now. But we got one more bolt to go. So those are all from the headlight. And when you're putting them back together, you can tell this is the 10mm for the headlights because they have a little notch in them to help the headlight seat perfectly with the body lines. So just know that these are for the headlights so you don't get confused. You should be able to pull the bumper. Don't be afraid to pull it. So we're gonna pull it. It pops out like that. See? Now we have access to this last bolt right here. So it's gonna be the first one on the bottom of the headlight. Or actually, no, scratch that. I see it now. It's on the bottom. So you're gonna see this one and you're gonna be like, oh, that must be it. That's not it. That's for the clip for the bumper. So it's right underneath there hiding. So we're gonna get your 10mm and hop in there and get the last bolt for the headlight. Now that that one's out right there, you can see it's out. You should be able to make sure your bumper is free on top. Lift your headlight from the top. Kind of wiggle it a little bit. It should pop right out. See? Pop on the bottom right there, so it's hard holding the camera and doing this. So let me put the camera down, wiggle it out, and then I'll show you guys. A pretty simple process to get the headlight unbolted. Now we're gonna take this bulb, twist it, this bulb, twist it. Let's see. So this one just unplugs like that, like a plug. Plug in your new bulb. You don't have to use my brand, you can use any brand you want, but plug in your new bulb to the harness and make sure that everything is working on the new bulb. Make sure your fan's spinning if you have LEDs. New bulb seems to be working fine, so double check that. We're good to go. Let's get back to the headlight. What we're gonna do, pull off this rubber cover right here. Protect it from water getting in. And you'll see there's a little door right here. Push down, and then boom, your halogen bulb that's overpriced at O'Reilly's and AutoZone pops right out. So we're gonna take this out, put this door back on, and then we're gonna go and wet sand, wash this with some soap and water and start wet sanding it. And then finally, the final step, spray it with alcohol, hit it with a microfiber, get everything off that's contaminated after we wet sand it. Then it'll be prepped for clear coat and we spray it down, and that's about it. Pretty simple process, anybody could do it. Just takes patience and make sure you're very clean, and you can't skip the prep. Like, you need to put alcohol on this and make sure there's no contaminants on this. Sand it good and prep it good. Make sure you don't touch it after. Clean it with alcohol, that way the clear coat can stick to a very clean surface. So let's get this wet sanded and prepped, and then we'll probably put like a towel back here so no water gets in here when we're wet sanding it. That way we don't have no issues later on. Let me get the other bucket off also. What I'm gonna do first, got a bucket of water and some Scotch-Brite, and hit them with this to get all the dirt off first. So get a really nice rough clean with some Scotch-Brite or a really rough sponge, abrasive sponge. Kind of works like sandpaper, but it also helps to get a lot of the contaminants off the headlight buckets. So I got both of them off. I'm gonna hit them with some Scotch-Brite first and some water. You can see the Scotch-Brite left it pretty foggy. It's got a lot of scratches on the surface from the Scotch-Brite, and that's what we want. We want to take the top coat and take it down a little bit so we have a fresh, clean surface for the clear coat to go onto. We don't want nothing contaminated, and we want scratches for the clear coat to grab on and stick to the headlight so that it dries perfectly. I'm gonna hit it with 800 grit wet dry sandpaper. So I'm gonna wet it, hit it with some 800, probably for about 3 to 4 minutes, knock a little bit off. Not gonna go too hard with the 800, and then I'll finish it off with some 1000 grit just to smoothen it out. That way you don't get no sanding lines when you spray the clear coat. You can use different grits if you want. It depends on your headlight condition and you know how worn out they are. So some might have to use more aggressive sandpaper, but I think 800 is the most aggressive you're gonna want to go. That way you don't mess up your headlight housing. But like I said, take your time with the 800, and then depending on your finish of your headlights, you'll use 1000, 1200, or even 1500. It depends on your headlight, but I'll go ahead and hit it with the 2000 and 1000 and show you how it comes out compared to the other one. And then we'll get them prepped with alcohol and get them on the stand and spray them outside. I wanted to spray them in my garage, but my dad's using the garage right now, and so we might have to spray them outdoors, and they might dry better in the sun, but let me get them sanded down and we'll figure that out after. So that's kind of what you want to aim for. You want your headlight to be pretty foggy, nice and foggy, sanded, smooth to the touch. You want it really smooth, but you can see all the sanding lines in there. I ended up hitting it with some 5000 just to get rid of some of the major big lines to kind of blend it in, but that's pretty good right there for the clear coat to apply, and it'll stick to these lines. So that's a pretty nice finish right there, a nice sanded finish. I'm gonna go ahead, put this on the paint stand, hit it with some alcohol, and then I'll put the first coat of clear coat on, and I'll show you guys how that comes out. I'm gonna go finish up the other light now, but I'm gonna put this on the stand, hit it with some alcohol, and then hit it with the first coat, and we'll see how it comes out. So I was forced to come back to the apartment. I don't like working out of my apartment garage because it's so small, but we had no choice. So we're back here. I don't want to spray outside either. It's a really windy day here in California, and I want to get the best results possible. I want it to come out really nice, so I came to my garage because there's no wind and you have less chance of dust being blown around and landing on your clear coat layers. And then my dad was making a bunch of noise. He was working on the car too. I don't know if you heard in the background audio, a bunch of sanding and stuff like that. So I want to make a good YouTube video, so I came here for the peace and quiet. Let me go get the alcohol bottle and a fresh, clean microfiber towel. We'll get it prepped and we'll spray it. Alcohol. Spray it down. Microfiber. And you're just gonna wipe it down. Make sure you get all the surface, everything. You want to clean everything off. All your fingerprints, everything. Prepping it for paint. So I went ahead, I sprayed it down about 3 times. 1 wipe, 2 wipe, and 3 wipe. 3 wipes, and it's pretty clean. Everything is clean. I'm confident that everything will stick to it perfectly. So we're just gonna shake up the Duplicolor 1K clear, and then we'll spray it down with the first coat. I just replaced this part. That's the hybrid water pump, hybrid system. The water pump to keep the hybrid system cool. That's a very common thing that needs to be replaced on the Toyota Prius this year. 2006, 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty sure you guys will have this problem. But just a quick tip, take off the headlight like I showed you, and you could easily replace this water pump. But let's get back to the headlights. I just wanted to share that helpful tip with you Prius owners. So I'm gonna do 3 coats. I just finished doing the second coat on this one, and this one still has the first coat. I'm usually waiting about 15 to 20 minutes in between coats. Different people will say different things. Everyone has their own opinion, but this is my YouTube video and I'm using my techniques to get the results that I want. So based on my technique, we'll see how my results are, but so far so good. You can see this one is, for my first coat, I just missed it like very gently. You want it foggy, don't worry about it being foggy on the first coat. On the second coat, then you start to fill in all the misty areas. You go over it, make sure you get some good coverage on the second coat, but be careful not to make any runs. When you're spraying, never stay in one position or one spot. Make sure you're covering every area as you're spraying. So this is what the second coat looks like, and it's gonna come out so good. I already know it's gonna come out so good. Like, it's looking so nice. These are looking like brand new headlight buckets, and the cars from 2006 were in 2022. I'm not a good math whiz, but these headlights are what, like 16 years old? Damn. And they look like brand new. So if your headlights are salvageable still, then I recommend doing this process. I can't wait till we apply the third coat and we slap in those LED bulbs on the bottom. Oh, shit, it's gonna look so cool. All right, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, let this one dry, hit this one with the second coat, and then finally wrap them up with the third coat and maybe some touch-ups after that. But I can't wait how it's gonna look on the third coat. It's already looking good as they are, man. They're looking really nice. Honestly though, shout out to Duplicolor. I don't know how long this is gonna hold up or how it will do against the sun and then maybe months or years to come, but so far so good. Good quality, clear coat. We'll see on the third stage how it shines up. But if anybody has any clear coat brands they want to sponsor, I'll do more headlight videos. If anybody wants to sponsor headlight bulbs, I'll also throw your bulbs on my YouTube. And yeah, just get in touch with me if you have a bulb company. I've had a lot of people email me wanting to sponsor me and send me LED bulbs, different types of headlight upgrades. So yeah, I am open to that. I'll do more headlight videos, but just reach out to me in the comments or my email. But let's let these dry up and we'll get back to spraying. A break here, taking a breather. Man, it sucks. I wish the first part of this video was better quality and you didn't hear all the sanding and automotive work going on in the background, and I had like a better workstation to make DIY like small car stuff like this. I enjoy making like headlight stuff, exhaust, suspension, simple mods and stuff like that, but it sucks. So to future me, if you're watching this video again, to me, Anthony, in the future, hope you get your own place, man. Hope you get your own garage where you can work on cars and you don't have to deal with people making noise or people walking by because you live in apartments and people looking at when you just trying to make a YouTube video and you're just trying to shoot and people are interrupting you. I hope you get your own place, bro, and I hope you get your own garage. Let's give it a quick wash before we move on to the next steps. Sorry to delay you a little bit, but when I put the buckets back in, I want my car to be squeaky clean, so we're doing a deep clean on this baby before we install the fresh headlights. Otherwise, it won't look as good, and I want you guys to have the full effect. So let's get this thing washed up, and we'll reinstall the headlights right now. Just got the lights back on. We'll go outside and test them out. They look pretty crispy though.
Yeah, come through, come through. This one has a knife right there. Throw it in here.
Headlights came out pretty nice.
You didn't do mine like that.
They're pretty crystal. He's trying to get the crystals off the mirror. He's addicted. It's been a while since he's had his last fix.
Years of abuse.
Now he's trying to salvage a crack off a broken window.
Actually, really good years of abuse.
That's a nice motor right there.
Yeah, 6.4 Hemi. Toyota thing. That's that Toyota shit right there.
That's a well-maintained engine. It's all clean, man. All my fluids are
That's a Toyota for you.
valve cover gaskets.
That's a Toyota for you, yeah.
Fluids are topped off.
That blue string got Toyota in his hand. Has it? He really does. That's why.
Sure, I see a difference compared to the regular lights. Plus, they were really foggy. I'll try and go down like a darker street. Right there across the street. Yeah, it's pretty bright, and then the high beams work really good. See it on the trees. Oh, the high beams work really good. It's so rare to have a car where the headlights actually like work.
Good.
You ever like driving a car and you hit the high beams and it doesn't even help?
Well, I had my car like that. My Nissan. Was it
The Altima.
Altima?
That video got so many views. People watching it. People still watching
It wasn't that great though after. Like it got better.
it. It was way better.
Not really.
when I did the lights?
Yeah.
Everyone who likes the video that I made.
I mean, that's good because it did work.
It
Like,
worked.
For me, it wasn't bright enough. Like, this is bright. This is, like, I'm safe driving this car at night.
Yeah, because you can see.
But
I didn't expect it to come out this good. It's actually very bright and very clear. It helps because the windows are tinted too. But it just felt better driving it. So here's a look at the headlights in the daylight. So you can see the sun shining on them and see how the reflection is. So it came out pretty nice. I was just driving right now. Someone rear-ended me from behind. After I freaking work on this car, put some work into it. Boom. Older Latino dude, older Mexican. I felt bad, you know, he was scared. I almost hit the car in front of me too. I might be able to buff this out, possibly. This is cracked. But I mean, I have lots of like license plate marks on my back bumper from like backing up into cars when I'm parking and stuff. So I just told him, I was like, man, just go ahead and go. It's not a big deal. My bumper's already messed up. He was really scared. I don't want to make his Friday any worse. Just want him to have a good day, you know? Some shit happens. I almost hit the car in front of me, so I almost got sandwiched, but at least I didn't hit the car in front of me, so I'll take the L right there. It's not that bad. Kind of sad, but the headlights came out great, so there it is, guys. Major upgrade. 10 out of 10 recommend doing this upgrade to your Prius. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Check out my other video I'm doing on the interior LED upgrade, where I convert all these to LEDs. So if you want to see that video, I'll be uploading it shortly after this video. LED interior upgrade with headlight upgrade. So, but this video will be specifically focused on the interior LEDs. So if you want to see me upgrade all these to LED, then check that video out also on my channel. But till then, catch you guys later. MacBook slid all on the floor when I slammed on the brakes. It's not a perfect car, but it's never fun getting hit. I mean, you can't really tell. I got more bumps and bruises, so rear bumper is never gonna be perfect anyways. It's a work car. Dang it. RIP back bumper. Alright guys, catch you on the next video. We'll see what we do to my Toyota Prius next, but that's a wrap for these headlights. Came out great.